Good day, everyone. My name is Olabamiji Oluwaseyi, and you are welcome to another episode on Daily Insight Podcast. I believe you have been blessed by our previous podcast, and if you are joining us for the first time and you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also the Telegram channel, you can as well do so this morning so that I can be receiving the updates on every of our podcasts as they drops on daily basis. So this morning, what are we looking at? We are looking at one of the topic that I consider vital to our success. I consider critical to our advancement. And this morning we are going to do justice with that topic. And more than that, I would like you to ensure a way to incorporate all the podcasts into our daily life. I guess what I'm saying now. So it's going to help you. It's going to advance our personality in every phase of influence that we belong to. It's going to help us a lot. So this morning we are looking at the topic I titled skillfulness. Skillfulness. Let's have a discussion around skillfulness. And I need you to know that our world has evolved from who do you know or do I know you to what can you do. That is the first thing you must understand. We have gone past the ages and the time where we ask people, where are you from? What do you do? Who do you know? We have gone past those areas. We have gone past those levels. We are now in the age of what can you do. So the demand is now on our problem solving abilities, not connections, not familiarity. So the even industry now is hiring problem solving individuals than the CV and the catalog of what you have studied in school. So the world has gone beyond a mere knowledge to practical knowledge, and that is why you must heed to the level of change the world has stepped into. There was a time where it was plainly who do you know. There was a time it was how do you get there. There was a time it was you are my brother's siblings, you are my cousin, but now everybody is finding every means possible to scale his business. Industry is looking for people that can advance the course of their business. Every industry, every sphere of influence, everybody is looking for a way to advance their business, advance their ministry, advance their calling, advance their field. I get what I'm saying now. So because of that, the people they are bringing in to sit at the table are people that can solve practical problems. And you can't solve practical problems when you are not skillful, when you don't pay attention to what you don't know. I get what I'm saying. Attention has shifted from familiarity to skillfulness, from casual relationship to competence on display at a level that can command global attention. So our world doesn't give room for unskilled people anymore. You must understand, the Bible says the gift of a man shall make room. It is the skill of a man that makes room for him. And the Bible also said concerning Moses that he led the children of Israel with the skillfulness of his hand, with the dexterity of his competence. He was so dexterous. He understand the dynamics of leadership. And they said that he led them aright. He led them in a good manner. So we are having a flawed leadership models now. We are having a lot of leadership problems here and there because the people who are leading, they are not much more than leadership knowledge. You must have the skill. You must have the competence. You must be dexterous. You must be courageous. There's a dynamics to everything. And until you understand the dynamics of a thing, you cannot maximize it at a level of excellence that can command global attention. I got what I'm saying now. So today I want to take you on a journey to what I discovered some weeks ago. I was going through a material and I came across a psychologist that do a justice to the subject of competence. And in that material, I discovered 3 levels of competence. That the first level of competence is what I call unconscious incompetence. It is called unconscious incompetence. This is where you don't know what you don't know. You are totally unaware of the gap between where you are and where you need to be. You are totally ignorant of what you are ignorant of. That is unconscious incompetence. You are not conscious. You are not aware that you are not competent in a thing. And that is the dangerous zone that anyone can occupy. Because when you are ignorant of what you are ignorant of, your chances of even compete at a level will not be there. I got what I'm saying now. It's like you have drowned your personality in the mud of incompetence. And once that is happening, once that becomes your reality, you have become a useless version of yourself. I got what I'm saying now. So this is where you don't know what you don't know, or an aware of the gap between where you are and where you need to be. And the danger here is confidence without what? Without competence. That is what you have seen. You are going to be confident in what? Without competence. We have incompetent confidence people walking around. They tell you they can do A to Z, but by the time you employ them, by the time you engage them in a conversation, you discover that they are just empty barriers making noise. I got what I'm saying now. The world doesn't push you yet because you haven't been tested. The moment real problem showed up, you will get exposed. That is how our world runs. So are you going to be waiting for the problem to expose your incompetence before you begin to take steps? So the second level to competence is what I call conscious competence. That is a level 2. There's something called conscious competence. Conscious competence is where you are now aware of what you are incompetent of. I get what I'm saying now. You are now aware of what you are ignorant of, and this is the deliverance that happens to a lot of people. This is a deliverance that must happen to many of us, because you must shift from what you are ignorant of to what you know that you are ignorant of. Are you getting the two difference? Because the first level is talking about what you don't know, and you don't know that you don't know. But the second level is now talking about knowing that you don't know something. And once you know that you don't know something, it puts you on a pathway to the knowledge. It puts you on the pathway to the knowledge of that thing. Now you now have the opportunity to learn. Now you now have the opportunity to advance. Now you now have the opportunity to expose. Are you get what I'm saying now? And although it's going to be uncomfortable because your awareness has outpaced your ability, you now see the gap clearly. It's going to be uncomfortable, and that is why I always challenge pride a lot. Don't let pride destroy your life. Don't let pride destroy your life. Once you are conscious of your incompetence, the key is to find every means possible to destroy ignorance in your life as soon as you can. You see, the earlier you destroy ignorance on your way, the earlier the better, because there is something about ignorance that you must understand. Ignorance grows the same way we grow in knowledge. People grow in ignorance, and when you find out that you are not growing in knowledge, and the Bible said about Jesus that Jesus advanced, increased in wisdom, increased in knowledge and understanding, and the favor of God and the grace of God was upon him. So meaning that men are either growing in knowledge or they are growing in ignorance. And when you discover that you are not growing in knowledge, that you are growing in ignorance, you are going to have a lot of problems around your life, a lot of question marks. You are going to mess up your life, because ignorance by itself is a dish where great destinies are falling into. So you must understand that ignorance is not what you can afford. Ignorance is costly. Your destiny, the weight of your destiny cannot afford to fall in the pit of ignorance. And that is why we are taking this topic this morning. I get what I'm saying. It is time to get out of unconscious incompetence and step into a conscious incompetence. And it doesn't end there. You must now step from conscious incompetence to what I call conscious competence. Conscious competence. That is where we are going. That is the end goal. When you step into conscious competence, this is where you know what you are doing, and you have to think about it, that you know how to do it very well. I get what I'm saying now. This is where skill is built. And let me tell you something, that skill builds competence, and competence builds confidence. It is the skillfulness of your hands that becomes your competence, and it is your competence that builds confidence. There is no man navigating life through a blazing confidence without skill. Go to some certain industry, go to some ministries, go to some places. When you find people who are confident in things, you will know their container. There's something about their sense of settlement. There's something about their sense of mission. There's something about a sense of discipline that is blazing around them, because they have trained their minds to be competent at a thing. And once they find themselves in that field, their genius just unleashed. I get what I'm saying now. There is no man that comes with any skills from heaven. All skills are lines on the head. We learn it on the head. There is no man that comes with any skills from heaven. If you want to be skillful, there are platforms, there are structures, there are systems, there are organizations, there are formal and informal education systems that can help you scale up your giftings, that can help you scale up your skills. You can't afford to be skillless in the 21st century. So when you become competent, you can now solve problems consistently. You can build the product, you can close the clients, you can lead a meeting and get results. But it takes focus and effort. It is not something that can happen automatic. I get what I'm saying. And this is where most professionals live. You are valuable, you are hired, you are trusted with real responsibility. People pay you because you can now deliver. So if you are talking about personal, I'm still going to drop a podcast on personal finance. The first key to personal finance is to be skillful at something. Your first key to personal finance and freedom and the sense of sovereignty is to be skilled. If you are not skilled, your finance is going to suffer for it, your personal esteem is going to suffer for it, then everything around you is going to suffer for it, because you are going to find yourself pushing the wall. You're just going to find yourself at the bottom of the pyramid. I get what I'm saying now. So this is where it matters. Our world doesn't reward titles anymore. It rewards output. You can't be skilled enough. The more skillful you are, the more valuable you become. You must ensure that you are becoming skillful. Investors don't fund your beach digs. They fund your ability to what? To execute. Companies don't hire your CV. They hire your ability to solve their problems. Clients don't pay for your passions. I have listened to people talking about passion. Passion is good, but people don't pay for passion. You only pay for problem-solving abilities. I can't pay you because you have passion for something. You can't pay me because I have passion for something. You pay me because I could solve your problem. And I have said it again and again that as a modern man, you must have the skill to solve the problem of the modern world. If you want to be relevant in our generation, the key is to learn how to solve the problem of the modern world. The modern world places a demand on your problem-solving ability more than anything else. And when you discovered that you are running low on this economy, you have to brace up by learning any skill possible to take you to the level at which you can compete on the global level. That is why you can't be skilled enough. You can't be skilled enough. You will be getting more skilled and getting more skilled until you come to the brim of your destiny, until you come to the peak of your destiny. You can't just plateau on an area and say to yourself that you have gone to the limit of your destiny. No, in the world of men, we don't arrive. We only change levels. You are changed, and you don't change levels until you are getting more skilled in them. There are deeper knowledge in the industry you are already functioning in. I get what I'm saying now. There are deeper knowledge you have to dig into. There are deeper knowledge you have to venture into. And when you have the in-depth knowledge of a thing, that is when you now become competent. That is when you become competent. That is where you become competent. And I have said it that skill is domesticating the complexity of a system. When you are able to domesticate the complexity in an area or in a particular field or in a sphere of influence, now you can now become consultant in that area. If you are not ready to invest into something to a level that you can be the world best, it is better to give up on that something. It is never not to touch it at all. You must be ready to be the best in the area you are venturing into. You must be able to be the best. You must be able to build yourself, to invest greatly to a point where you are globally recognized. That must be the goal. That must be the drive. That must be the vision. That must be the mission. That must be the attitude. That must be the passion. That must be the focus. I get what I'm saying now. So this morning, I'm calling you to what? To the currency of the new economy. Skillfulness is the currency of this generation. Familiarity might open up, but only skill keeps you in the room. Ask yourself, where am I right now? Am I aware of my gaps? Am I aware but avoiding the work? Or am I building competence that the market can't ignore? Skill is domesticating complexity of the system, like I said. The world doesn't owe you a seat because you showed up. It gives you a seat because you can solve a problem better than anyone else. Be skilled. Stay skilled and let your work speak before you do. People can see your work. People can see what you can do. Project your work out there. Market your work. Advertise your work. Let us know what you can do. And there are thousands of people and hundreds scattered around the world that are demanding for that same thing you are doing. You just have to be skilled enough to command their attention. Thank you so much this morning for joining this podcast. I believe you have been blessed by this short message. I will expect to see you tomorrow. Thank you and God bless you.